this is a little different, but my house is a little bit noisy right now, so I decided to come outside. It's a great day outside, so my presentation is on New York State. I chose this state because my family is from there, upstate New York, in Salisbury Center, a little bit outside of Utica. I posted some pictures of where my family is from, Salisbury Center, New York, as I said. So, like, there's quite a bit of beauty to upstate New York that people don't realize sometimes. So, I got pictures of my grandparents and my great uncle and aunt and my mom and aunt and cousins, and just some pictures that I've taken over the years of going there. So if I were to go to another state, I would probably end up going to New York, but I have no idea where I'm going to actually end up going, but it was just an idea. To qualify for licensure, a little bit different than North Carolina. You can be 17 years of age. Here, it's 21 years old. Everything else is pretty identical as far as needing a high school diploma or something, a completion program, and you don't have to have certain board things to complete and be a citizen of the United States, and you have to pay fees. So that's my grandparents. The name of the clinical exam that you would take in New York is the REB. Now, this has kind of changed in the past couple of years just because they came up with something a little bit different. They have the postgraduate year residency. Basically, what they would do is if you went to school in New York, you would graduate and then do a residency program. Essentially, they think that it is more beneficial for students that aren't very good at test taking and being under pressure, and it gives them opportunity to still get a license. They still have to take the national board exam and complete from an accredited program, but then they would do this instead. And over here is Cooperstown, New York. I kind of added a different place on every slide, I think. This is where the Baseball Hall of Fame is. I've been there. It's beautiful, especially as you can see in this picture in the fall time. So yeah. Alternate methods to licensure. So if you were not from the state of New York and you wanted to get a license in New York, you would have to have 2 years of experience being a dental hygienist, and 8 months of those have to be consecutive prior to you applying for a license. And then, of course, you have to make sure that you have completed required things in that state. So something would be child abuse offered by New York State approved provider, and you would also obviously have to get an anesthesia certificate to be able to provide that, because North Carolina is not. Requirements to retain, renew a license. Licensures are, you go online. I put the link down in the corner, right corner. They don't do any paper like we do. Nothing sent in the mail. You go online, you register, you pay your fee. That's how you register even to get the hygiene license in the first place. No paper at all. A little bit different than us. Even, because we have to send in our license through the mail, the application. They don't even do that. They do have to have 24 contact hours, but that's with a 3-year period. So that's a little bit different than us as well. Per year, we only have 6, but I guess it kind of adds up to the same amount. And then I posted a picture of Brooklyn, New York. The computer froze for a little second there. Okay, sorry about that. So scope of practice, different than North Carolina. Once again, there is general supervision and there's personal supervision. So general supervision would basically be, the doctor doesn't have to be there, but if for some reason they need the dentist for some kind of consultation, or, things like that, then they would reach out to that dentist. But overall, it's the hygienist that, calls the shots, with the dentist still, working underneath the dentist. And then personal supervision, dentist is in the dental office or facility, personally diagnoses the condition to be treated, but does not have to be there once again after it's been diagnosed. Just depends on what they're. So for general, I named quite a few. I'm not going to sit here and read all of them off, but, kind of the same thing with general in any state. You can do prophies and things like that. And then Brooklyn Bridge, super cool. General, once again, a couple other things, improving oral health, taking impressions, assisting people to obtain dental health care. You can do sealant. Personal, this is where it comes into the dentist has to tell you to do it, and then you can do it, but he doesn't have to be in the room. So things like pre-fitting for crowns. It's really more so assisting work. I mean, only thing I can think of is like the orthodontic ligatures and things like that. Would we possibly do for like prior to cleaning or post cleaning? So average salary for a dental hygienist in the state of New York, as of December 2019, was $90,306. The range typically falls between the $77,000 to $102,000 range. Obviously, that's higher than where we are, but also cost of living and the taxes in New York are ridiculous. So it's essentially the same thing, in my opinion. This was just a state park that I thought would be pretty to show you guys. It's up a little, probably about an hour and a half from my grandparents' house. So, definitely beautiful. I know that we've seen this a million times, but I just love showing it because it really just shows how much North Carolina can't do. So I put a star next to North Carolina and then a star next to New York, kind of showing the difference and how, where there's direct and supervision with certain things and what we aren't allowed to do. So obviously, and then I thought it would just be fun to put some things that you could do in New York. So Adirondack Mountains, Niagara Falls, state parks, Buffalo, New York City. I think so many times people think New York City is all there is, and there's so much more. So Finger Lake Wineries, amazing. Oh my gosh. I love wine, so that's probably why I'm saying that. But and then that's me and my sister a while back. And these are my sites that I posted.